Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Lipstick Biddies podcast. It is Rachel here, your host, streaming from the makeup show, and I'm so excited to be here with two amazing makeup artists, James and Diane McKinnon, and they're here with Beauty Masterclass. How are you both today?
Great.
Great.
Yeah, we love being in New York. It's been amazing. This show is amazing.
Yeah.
Did you both fly in from LA?
We did,
Yes, we did.
And you both are film makeup artists.
Yeah.
32 years of being a film makeup artist.
I actually come from editorial background, and I'm now doing film and TV. Yeah, and both. I'm doing both, and I'm a licensed esthetician, so
Okay.
I do everything.
Nice. So I have to ask, how did you meet?
We met on Bumble.
Ooh, and it was just so coincidental that both of you were makeup artists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody thinks we met on Star Trek in Toronto, but we did not.
No.
Yeah.
So I know obviously you do character creation, special effects makeup. Is that something that you do as well?
Yeah, he actually does beauty really well. Like half of his Emmys are actually for beauty as well.
I just get, not pigeonholed's not the right word, but since being on Star Trek, that's the most popular show right now, so it becomes just makeup effects, but I run both departments.
Yeah.
So when you get hired as a beauty person and a prosthetic person, you're going to work twice as much.
So did you start with beauty and then work into FX?
I did, yeah. Well, I thought I was going to do only prosthetics in 1988, and then beauty actually turned out to be my income for 16 years, and then I kind of I did both. Basically, I've done both the whole time, but beauty kind of slipped in as a great extension of a job.
Yeah,
and vice versa.
We always say that the more you know, the more you work. So we try to tell people who say, like, I'm only beauty. It's okay, but you still need to know little things like how to do a bruise, how to do a cut, scrapes, a basic transfer, stuff like that. So, I've had to learn that over the years, and he's definitely helped me. People are like, oh, you have the best teacher. It's like, you should have, everyone around you should be a teacher. That's why we made Beauty Masterclass. It's like, everybody you see and know should be a teacher. And to an extent, we also say that if you want to be the best, you have to learn from the best. So we love beauty enthusiasts. We love people who love doing their own makeup. And yes, there's some great tips and tricks that you can learn from them. You can also see how products work by watching them before purchasing them, which I think is really great. But if you want to be an editorial artist or on doing Vogue covers, or you want to be a major prosthetic artist or beauty artist in film and TV, you should be watching those people, and those people don't have 1 million followers. They don't even have 1,000 followers a lot of times. They almost have no followers. You have to watch that TV show or that movie that you loved, and you love that makeup and that hair, and you have to watch the credits.
Yes.
And you have to pause the credits and look that person up and follow them on social media and look at what they're doing, because that's where you should be getting your inspiration from if that's where you want to be. Somebody gave me the best advice ever once, which was, it was about a relationship, and it kind of goes all over the place in your life, is only take advice from someone who's in a place where you want to be. And I just thought that was so amazing. It's like, if you want to be doing Star Trek after he's done doing Star Trek, you need to be learning from him.
The guy that does
From
Star
the
Trek,
guy, like he didn't learn from somebody else.
And the thing is, I learned from Michael Westmore, which gave me an opportunity and a job. And now, not saying I'm him now, but I'm the next.
You filled those shoes.
I filled those shoes, and now there's going to be somebody to fill my shoes as Michael's retired. And then one of these days, I'm going to retire. So it's a progression, and I can't take it. I mean, everybody likes a lot of money, but you can't bring it with you. So you might as well give it to somebody else before you leave this earth.
So when did the idea for Beauty Masterclass come about?
A couple years ago, yeah.
It's been years. We really sat down. I came home from a shoot one day, and I had an assistant that I just had to kind of send them home at a point where I was like, okay, we're good. You're good. You can go home early. And it was mainly because they couldn't do what I needed them to do. And he was like, oh, that happens all the time. You hire someone and they just can't. There's not a like everyone should be here before they can work kind of thing. And I understand that a lot of people are self-taught. Some of the best makeup artists I know never went to school. I think that's great. What we did with Beauty Masterclass is we truly believe you have to practice your craft all the time, like every day. We are constantly, living together means we talk a lot about makeup. We talk a lot about how things work. And we go back and forth with each other. If you are if you have a community, which we've created on our forum online, of people, of makeup artists who are all over the world, and you can talk to them about makeup and talk things out with people, that's still considered practicing your craft. Whether you're actually applying it on someone in your house, or whether you're, talking about it and talking things out with people, or we have challenges on our social media that we really love when people redo them. Even if you're not part of the challenge, just redo it and post it and show us so we can give you feedback. Doing things, putting yourself out there and asking for feedback from real makeup artists, I will guarantee you are more likely to get those people to be like, wow, you want to actually hear from us? And we'll give you real feedback. You will become a better artist for that. So Beauty Masterclass was our way of saying, like, here's a place for you to learn real things that you're going to do online, not Instagram makeup, but real makeup that you will do in your workplace, and to be able to stop and pause it to go pick up products, or if you just can only get an hour in or 30 minutes in a day or whatever it is, you can stop and pause, figure out what we're doing, rewind, go back to it. You have the class. Once you purchase it, it's your class. So having that ability to practice along with makes you a better artist. And so we were like, how do we do this? And we researched for a very long time. We spent a lot of time and money going into this and figuring out how to make our classes. And I think that we really have figured it out. I think we've found things that people want to know, and we're giving it to them.
It's from the right people as well. Like I wouldn't teach a lace ventilation class. I would have Zoe Hay from This Is Us do it. So that's why we're having her do our hair work in our lace ventilating class. I'm good at laying hair. Am I great at it? No. But I'm going to hire and want to learn from somebody who's great at it. Again, learn from who you want to be. Yeah.
After this interview, I'm gonna have to show you my first attempt at hair laying, and I did like a Post Malone makeup, and literally it just looked like it was very bad.
Yeah.
I did a Post Malone commercial where they were inside his stomach, and
yeah.
Which we had to do his tattoos all over the people that were inside.
That's another one. We're really excited to do a tattoo class with Alexi Dimitru. Like
Yeah.
Hook up tattoos. It's unreal.
Yeah.
So good.
How to create them, how to make them, how to apply them, how to remove them, how to do all the design. So it's from start to finish. It's in depth. It's not just washing over. I don't want to say when you go to makeup school, it is a simple.
It's the least amount that you can possibly learn, and everyone thinks they're going to leave makeup school with everything they need to know to be a makeup artist, and that's not what you leave school with. You leave with the very basics, and you are supposed to be an assistant after. I assisted for 4 years. I bartended until 3 in the morning. I was on set at 6 o'clock in the morning at my expense. If I got paid, it was because the makeup artist chose to give me money. My mentors were really great and actually did pay me, but there were a lot of makeup artists who didn't, and they just took the makeup for free, or they took the work for free. But what I learned from that got me to where I am today. It's so important that you try to assist people, and that makeup artists out there, I need to say, please say yes to assistants. Give them $25 for their kit and say yes and have them there. Even if they're just cleaning your brushes, they are watching you, and you are helping the next generation, because you are not going to be here forever, and you cannot take your skills with you. We need to make it better, and we can only build on top of what we know. And if we give them that information, you can't just leave gaps and holes in tell people to just figure it out. There's room for everybody. The more you share, the more you work. That's the best thing I can say to makeup artists. Yeah. Please take on assistants.
I would agree, because I would say from my own experience, it was so hard for me to find people to assist, because no one would give me the chance, no matter how, and I'm a genuine person, no matter how persistent I was, people just, like working with their people. And that's the reason why it's so important to go to things like the makeup show. That's why it's important to enroll in things like Beauty Masterclass, be a biddy in the lipstick biddies, join the Facebook community that we have going, because that people are going to hire you because they like you. You're going to get the job more so because you're an enjoyable person to be around than your skill set. You could be the best makeup artist in the world. If you're an asshole, no one's going to want to fucking work with you.
He says it all the time. We went live
There's a
every
dirty,
Saturday.
There's a dirty
yeah.
30 in our union.
Yeah.
And
there's 30 people that are crappy to work with.
Yeah,
They could be great artists, but
and sometimes you have to hire because you need that, or I'd rather hire somebody that is super cool that doesn't know 100%, and when they leave, they're actually going to end up knowing the 100% because they're going to watch a bunch of cool artists be. Cause even myself, in the trailer, there's 8 people, and I looked. Not during COVID, but 4 now. But you look to your left and right, and I still do, and I watch Richard Redlifson, and I watch Bart Mixon, and I watch all
Bianca.
I watch everybody do stuff, and I said, wait, what color are you using?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not the right color, you can't use that. And he puts it on, and it's the right color that fixed the whole issue.
But it's also younger people, like Bianca Appice. Guys, if you're not following Bianca Appice, and no, seriously, she's young artist, like she's been in there for a while, but younger artists coming up, you're constantly watching her, and she's constantly coming up with things, and it's like, you have to, another reason I like to have different assistants all the time is like, I love watching what they're learning and doing, because every person who comes through is going to do something differently. They're going to use a product differently. They're going to use a brush differently, and you're going to see what they're doing, and you're going to go, oh, that's a great idea. And that's going to inspire you to start doing things differently. If you're doing the same people, you get stuck. Like, we're creative people in this industry. We get stuck, and one of the best things to do is surround yourself with new energy.
Yeah.
I think that that's why the makeup show has always been such an important thing in my growth as a makeup artist and entrepreneur, because you get so inspired when you're here just walking around and just seeing like the demos that are going on, even not even getting to talk to these people, just like literally seeing them work and just blowing your mind. And that's why the makeup show is so important to me. And I'm so glad that I get to meet people like you that value community and are furthering the resources for makeup artists that are coming up in this new generation, because it hasn't been easy for some. And so you guys are making it so much more easier, especially that your platform is virtual. It makes it really accessible, which I really appreciate.
We have artists from all over the world, actually, who follow us in, I would say, UK, Brazil, Germany is huge. We have some people in India, we have a girl in Saudi Arabia who's like amazing, and she's actually won some challenges with us. And she said,
we had
hard
to
to ship
ship
stuff.
makeup there.
And, things aren't available to everybody, and we have to remember how lucky we are to have things like this, to have the makeup that we have available to us. There are people in the world who has no access to any of this stuff, but who love it and who crave to have it. And so that's why we have an online forum. And don't just belong to one forum. You need to belong to so many. Like, that should be, instead of sitting there scrolling all the time through mindless stuff, go on to forums of actual makeup artists, not just enthusiasts, but people who are artists and do this and want to do this for a living, and talk things out with people, challenge each other. We have a whole library of books that people like Vivian Baker and Bill Corso and Richard Redlifson and, have all given us their favorite books. And we have a whole list of all their favorite books that you can actually go and see what their favorite books are for beauty and effects, and we talked to, Gabriela Hernandez, who has Besame Cosmetics. Her book is literally one of my most favorite books of all time. You should know the history of makeup. That's one thing that we say a lot too, is you should be knowing, like, from the very first silent films that come out, you should recognize when they're changing from silent films to talkies, how does the makeup change? Because their mouth and faces are moving differently. You should know that stuff. You should know what colors were available to people. They did not have the array of colors that we have today, and you cannot bring your full kit on set or do a creative where you're immersed in a certain era and then do hot pink lipstick, because that just wasn't real.
At one time, yes, but not, You gotta be careful. You gotta do your research. Yeah.
Well, I am really excited, like I said, to have met you, especially that you are providing this resource to people. And like you were saying, definitely make sure you are part of multiple ones. I know I'm part of the Powder Group. I'm part of the iArtist. Artist Kit Company has a Facebook group. We love it all. So we love community here. And my most favorite thing about community is just having fun, connecting with people. And what better way to do that than playing games, which we all know and love the Would You Rather games that we play on every episode of Lipstick Biddies. And I have my brand new Would You Rather Lipstick Biddies cards that are now available for pre-order in the merch store. And I would love for one of you to pick one. And You both can give your answers. We'll see. We'll see if you guys agree or disagree. But so if you can read it out loud for me.
You're a working fashion show as a makeup art assistant on a reality TV makeup competition. Oh. Mess up your model's makeup for over an hour and they take them away from you. Or you wait for your model for 2 hours and only have 8 minutes to do their makeup. Oh, I would do I would do 8 minutes to do their makeup.
Yeah, me as well. Yeah, because in theory, you could do a makeup in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, some people take. I mean, in film and television, you only have a certain amount of time to do something. So you get some of these makeups that I do are 4 hours long, and by the time I do it 3 or 4 times, I've knocked 2 hours off of it. So that's easy. That's easier to do.
Yeah, I would say
Louis,
especially for reality TV, like we just went and saw Saturday Night Live, and Louis can do a full makeup in like 3 minutes. You know what I mean? So
bald cap in 45 seconds.
Yeah, which is crazy. 8 minutes, you could do a lot.
Yeah. So this is based on if you've ever seen the show Glow Up.
Yeah.
We did a review. Yeah, we did a review on Glow Up. So this was actually a situation that one of the contestants was in, and they were sitting there and doing the makeup, and they were just the funniest thing to me about Glow Up is that they give people 2 hours to do these challenges, and I'm like, in what world?
Exactly. We say the same thing.
We say the same thing.
2 hours.
Yeah, they're like, you have.
I could do it 3 times in 2 hours.
Yeah. They literally they're like, and you have 4 hours to do your own makeup. I'm like, what would I do? I would have gone for a coffee. I would have had lunch.
And then
I would have
they barely get it done in time.
Yeah, they barely get it done. I'm like, what could you possibly be doing for that long?
But it's entertainment.
It makes for good TV.
Yeah.
So James, Diane, thank you so much for giving me your time. Can you let the listeners know where they can connect with you and everything that you want to, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
Absolutely. So you can find us online at beautymasterclass.com, or you can find us on Instagram, which is where we do most of our stuff because it's just a great platform, which is at Beauty Masterclass Online.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You can follow me at JR McKinnon and
Diane C. Beauty.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you both, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.